In this video, I'm going to be showing you a power dialer made on Go HighLevel, which will boost the amount of calls you can make as a salesperson. And it will also automatically run all of the admin post-sale. So it's categorized in a CRM system and leads are followed up with accordingly, depending on what actions you take during the call. So there's two phases to this power dialer. There's the power dialer itself, which calls people and moves them on to the next stage. And there's the no answer to the power dialer. So first of all, I will show you the power dialer. So it's quite a big automation, as you can see if I just zoom out here. But actually, this is one automation duplicated. You can see they're all exactly the same in different phases. There's 3 calls that you make during this power dialer before it ends. And if you don't get anywhere with the lead, it categorizes them in the CRM system automatically to let you know that they never moved forward. You never toggled them as a follow-up. And they did answer the phone 3 times, but you never got anywhere with the call. So how does this work? Initially, you add a trigger, which will add them to a manual action on the CRM system, which will then allow you to dial that number. In a power dialer campaign, once you dial a number, they answer the phone, you can toggle in the contact what action you want the CRM system to have for that customer, and then it will automatically dial the next customer. As a salesperson, you want to be calling as many people as possible and keeping your CRM system as efficient as possible. So this campaign really boosts the amount of calls you can make in a day and the efficiency of following up with people back end. So once you add that tag, it will create an opportunity in a pipeline. Let me just quickly show you that pipeline that we've created. So we've actually made a pipeline specific for this campaign. You may have one generally for leads that come through web forms, or you might have an organic pipeline, but this one we've produced specifically for this dialer campaign. So when you add the manual dialer campaign tag, it will automatically move them to campaign started, and they will sit there waiting to be called by the manual action. We then add a call 1, a call 2, a call 3, and then these are the sections where we've categorized the customer depending on the action that you took during the call. Did you want to follow up with them? Did you gauge they weren't interested? Are they interested? Are you negotiating with them? Or did they never answer or respond whatsoever to the campaign? So that's if 3 times the person you've called hasn't answered the phone whatsoever. It will just move them here to let you know that person's probably not the best person to call back. Or maybe you can hound them. It's up to you. Then I'll quickly show you the actual contact themselves. So if you go on this contact, we've actually made custom fields. So it will toggle the amount of calls that we've made to this person, and it will also toggle the status of the calls. So do we want to follow up with them? Not interested, interested. During a dialer campaign, up here, you will dial the number, and that will automatically begin the sequence. And once you've finished that call, a little green tab will come up, and 20 seconds later, it will move to the next call. You have 20 seconds after the call to decide if you want to follow up, not interested, or you're interested. And then our automations in the CRM system will follow up with that lead accordingly. So you don't have to do any admin as a salesperson on the phone. Just ring them, click these buttons, and the job's done. So now let's jump into the automation. So we've been through this, we've added the tag, it's created the opportunity in that stage of the pipeline, it's then created a manual action, which will then allow us to call that lead. So once we made that first call to them, it will move them in the pipeline to first call stage. It will add a tag to let us know that that's the first call. And it will also add in that contact stage just there, I showed you on the drop down, a number 1. So everywhere you look in the CRM system, they're on call number 1. At this point, it will wait 5 minutes and it will decide, have you booked an appointment with this customer? If it has, and that customer is booked, it will remove them from the automation. We don't want to add them to the dial sequence again because they're booked. If they haven't booked, it will check to see if we added a follow-up, if we said they weren't interested, or if we added a tag to say they were interested. And again, as you see in the opportunity section, it will move them to that stage in the pipeline. This is crucial, really, because if you're calling 100 people a day and you get past that 100th call and you completed it, you want to go back to that CRM system at the end of the day and go, right, there was 5 people in not interested, there was 20 people in interested, and we've booked this many people. As simple as that. If none of these actions were taken, so they didn't book, they didn't get a follow-up tag or a not interested or an interested tag, it will assume that we're going to call that person again. So it will wait 1 day, it will check just to make sure that we've not booked an appointment with them, and then it will add them to the manual call. And then the sequence continues twice more. So 3 times in total before it ends the sequence, and it will add them either to the not interested, never moved out of this phase of the CRM system, or we just manually remove them. So as you can see, the initial automation just up here, like so, and then it is duplicated identical and identical again. So that's the first phase of the automation, actually dialing these people and making sure that you're categorizing them correctly. And if you haven't categorized them, it then allows you to dial them again and again and again and try them 3 times. But what's really important about this automation is what happens when someone doesn't answer the phone. Generally, in a call center, or if you're an independent salesperson, someone doesn't answer the phone, you're trying to dial the next person, you're not really trying to follow up with them with too much information because you're trying to dial as many people as you possibly can in one day. This power dialer ensures there's an automation back end. So as soon as someone moves on to the next call because they haven't answered the phone, it sends an automation to that customer to try and nurture them to book. So as soon as you instigate a phone call with any of these leads, you are putting them on a path to try and book a call with you, or you're educating them on the service that you provide, and you're putting actions in place to get in touch with them. So how we put actions in place? If the trigger for the call status is no answer, it will add this condition, and it will see if it's call number 1, call number 2, or is it call number 3? How many times have we called this person? So if it's call number 1, and again, these are all the same automation, just duplicated for different stages and how many times the calls have been made, it will send them a voicemail. This voicemail is pre-recorded of me saying, look, this is why I called you, and explaining our services. I've also sent them a text message. So if you think about it, as soon as a call ends, generally, as a salesperson, the only thing you can really do is you can text them, you can email them, or you can leave them a voicemail. This automatically does it. So we can just leave it, wait 20 seconds, the next call's joined, and it's already sent these automations. So we want to follow up, and these two are really trying to book a call, and in this SMS, we've actually got a booking link. We then have AI detections 24 hours later if they have responded or if they haven't. If they haven't responded, it will time out, and it'll allow us to move them on to the second call. And if they have responded, the workflow AI intent will decide whether it was a positive response or a negative response. Did they message and say, yep, that sounds of interest, or go away, stop pestering me? Based on that, it will add a tag to say follow up or negative intent, and that will move them to the relevant stage in the pipeline. So again, even when they don't answer, they get a text message, and if they answer positively, it moves them into the column to let us know that that's a person we should be reaching back out to. Automatically, hands-free, you don't have to do anything. So if you see here negative intent, it will add them to the column to say not interested, and if it's positive intent, it will add the tag follow-up, and it will move them to the follow-up section. This sequence happens 3 times because we're doing 3 different outbound calls to this customer. If after 3 attempts this doesn't work, it will automatically move them to the stage in the pipeline that just lets us know they never answered the phone, they never responded to anything, they're a customer that aren't interested. So this power dialer campaign not only allows you to call customers and ensure that you're automatically cycling them through the sales calls, so you can just hit dial on this manual action campaign, no matter what time of day, it will pick up where you've left off, and it will automatically redial people that are in the sequence as someone you should follow up with. So all you have to think about as a salesperson is toggle these buttons on their contact after the call to decide what stage of the cycle they're at. And if we don't, I will definitely be calling that person again next time they pop up in the sequence. You just have to dial and click the buttons, and the automations do all the work for you. If you found this power dialer automation useful, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll be creating more videos on marketing and specifically Go High Level automations. And if you're interested in a drip campaign, a cold SMS drip campaign, I will link that video here. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get back to you.